Welcome back to the channel, guys. So in today's episode I've got this plant. This is a spider plant. Most of you will probably have this in your home, but you might not know what to do with these kind of offshoots that come from the plant. These are effectively potential baby plants that come from the plant, from this stem, I guess. And if you look closely at the bottom of each of these, there's the beginnings of some roots. So these are just asking to be propagated and turned into their own little plants. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to show you the process. It's really easy to do. Don't have to do much. Just stick it in some soil, water it and be patient. And then you'll have extra plants in your house. Carry on watching until the end, guys, because I'm going to be coming back a few weeks later in the same video and showing you how this has got on, whether it's been successful or not. Okay guys, so like I said, this is really easy to do. All you need to do is take your spider plants, locate the offshoots, go to where it begins in the plant at the base and just snip it off right there. So there's one. So you got one good spider plant there, I think. And you might have probably those two as well there. Probably 3 or 4 plants in there that we can plant up and turn into a nice plant, spider plant. So I've got another one here that I'm going to cut off. Again, go to the base of the plant and just snip it. So there's going to be 2 nice spider plants there that we're going to pot up. So now that we've done that, we can put that to one side. I'm going to be planting my spider plant cuttings directly into soil. Got a soil mix with perlite, about 20 or 30% perlite to potting mix. Normally I do my cuttings in just perlite in a propagation box, but because these are so easy to propagate, they've already got the beginnings of some roots on them, they'll be fine just in soil straight away, and they should start to develop roots and then grow on to be a nice big plant. So I'm going to put all of these individual plantlets into a single pot. That way I get a nice full pot, which would be that one there. You could, if you wanted to, just put in 1 or 2 into each pot and you have loads of plants, but I like having a full pot to work with. So first thing I'm going to do is just fill up this pot with my soil mix. So now that's filled up, I'm just going to moisten the soil with some water. Just makes it easy to put the plants in. And it's always a good idea to pre-moisten your soil when you're doing propagation. So these, you need to separate the individual plants. So you just want to cut in between there. So that's 1, and then we'll take that off there, and that'll be 2. That should develop into a plant by itself. It looks small now, but that should develop some roots and grow into its own spider plant. So with this one, got a few on here, got that main one there. I'll probably put that in the middle of the pot because it's nice and big, and then the other one's working around it. So I'll just trim that back, like that, take that off there. And then there's a couple on there, so again, I'll just take that off. So that's another one. That's another one. On this one, there's one more. Do that. So there you have it, guys. There are 6 spider plant plantlets that I'm going to pot up into one pot. Like I said, you could just take that one and have that on its own and that'll develop into a nice plant. Really like the look of that one actually, it's really nice shape already. And then you could have a couple of smaller ones. So you could probably turn this into 3 individual plants, but I'm going to put it all into one to get a really nice full pot. So I've got my moistened pot here of potting mix. I'll do the big one first. Just going to make a little hole in the soil, and you want to go, I suppose, that deep into the soil to allow all the roots to make contact with the soil, and so it's happy to develop roots. So I will place this in carefully, like so. Give it a press round, just so it's got good contact. and that will develop into a plant. So we carry on. I'm now going to work my way around to get a really nice full plant. So we'll start there. We'll pop that in. Take this one and we'll go around to here. Just make a little hole. Doesn't have to be as deep because it's a smaller plant. And just carefully put it in. Not too deep, but not too shallow. Press it in around, nice and easy. And then we'll have one over here. And now we've got two more to do. I'll put that one maybe just there. And I've got this little baby one. That should work. Just make a little hole, pop that in there, press it round, and Bob's your uncle. So, there you have it guys. That already looks like quite a nice plant by itself, but these individual plantlets should grow roots from here. So I'm really looking forward to that. So I'll come back in a few weeks when these have grown on a little bit and just show you, that these have been successful to grow roots. And I'll also show you if it doesn't happen to work, I'll show you that as well. But I'm fairly confident that this will work. So I'll see you in a bit. Hey guys, so it's been a few weeks. I took those cuttings of this spider plant on the 28th of Jan. Today is the 25th of February, so it's been about 3.5 weeks, 4 weeks since I did that propagation. And this is looking really good. So one way to test, if you've planted a cutting into soil, one way to test whether it's got roots is just to give it a light tug. Try and pull it out very lightly, and if there's resistance, if it feels like there's going to be a load of soil coming up with it, like this is, that means that it's got roots. So if I was to tug all of these, like so, not too hard, I don't want to pull it out, you don't want to destroy the roots, but all of these have successfully rooted, that one as well. This one in the middle was quite a large one from what I remember. So if I try and pull that out, there's a bit of resistance there, so that means that the roots are gripping onto the soil around it. This has developed roots successfully, and I think there's even new growth. This looks like new growth here. It's lighter green, more vibrant. And this one around here as well. Looks like there's some new growth putting out. So really successful propagation. I really like the look of this plant so far. It's a really full pot. So that's the benefit of putting in more than one cutting into one pot. You get a nice full plant, and as this continues to grow out, it should be a really full and healthy looking plant. So I think what we'll do, just to prove the point that these have developed roots, I think we'll carefully pull one out and we'll have a look at the root system. You don't really want to be doing this, you want it to just leave it be, just to continue growing. But just for the sake of this video, just to see how these have developed, to prove the point that these have developed roots, I'll just pull one out very carefully and try not to destroy it. So I think I'll go for this one on the end. I've got my chopstick just to help me prise out the little plant. I'm just loosening up the soil around it. There you have it. Fantastic roots on that. Really happy with that. Look really strong and healthy. Lots of new root development in there. That looks fantastic. Really pleased with that. So that just proves that this method of propagating works. Shows how easy it is to propagate this plant. Just stick it in some soil, the little plantlets that grow from the mother plant. Within a few weeks, like I said, it's been about 3.5 weeks, 4 weeks since I did that. It's pushed out these nice new roots. Okay then guys, so I think I will put this back into the soil. This little plantlet should be fine. The roots are really strong and healthy. So if I carefully put it back in, then it should be fine. Should continue to grow, and this plant will be a really healthy, bushy looking spider plant. So really happy with that. If you like the video then guys, then please put a thumbs up on it. If you have any questions about what I've done, or if you have any comments, then leave it in the comments section. Do let me know whether you have successfully propagated a spider plant in this way and what the results were, whether you got healthy looking roots such as this. I'd be really interested to know. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, really helps the channel grow, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.